Alright, so here we are. It's May 5th, and finally, this tree looks like it may actually be coming back to life. It had a hell of a time. The winter this year was brutal. The tree had to endure 33 degrees, and the worst part is that right here, I lost my TARS 31. Yep, I had my TARS 31, which was a USDA variety. I did everything I could to protect this from the cold, and I covered it up. I put heat lamps, and I suspect that maybe I was a little bit too protective of the tree, and possibly because I put the 3 lights in there, 250 watts. One of them was very close to the trunk, and I think that actually overheated that branch. So I think I was in a situation where I had to judge how much heat, and I was judging the heat based on the temperature that I was getting from the thermometer inside the tent that I created. And in that tent, the thermometer was reading 72 degrees when it was 50 degrees outside earlier in the evening around 8 p.m. But that night it hit 33 degrees, so I thought, well, if it's 55 on the outside at 8 o'clock at night, and it's going to get really, really cold tonight, that's 72 degrees. It's probably going to drop quite a bit. So anyway, I never went back out to check the temperature at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But either way, something happened. So if you're ever going to protect your trees with any kind of heating, just be careful not to touch the trunk or get too close to the trunk. Now, in all fairness, it was extremely windy that night, and everything was getting blown around. So even though I secured that heat lamp away from the trunk, it must have got blown close to the trunk, because when I went back the next morning, it was pretty close, and it actually had burned one of the pods. So anyway, we have some other TARS 31 seedlings that we'll have to grow out and work with those and see what happens. But now if I come closer, you'll see beautiful, beautiful growth is beginning to come back now. It's coming out nice. A lot of chlorotic issues here. This may have a lot to do with the pH of the soil, which I adjusted, and I got it down to about a 6.5. I think it was getting a little bit too alkaline, but I did use some acidic fertilizer, and looks like it's making a difference. Also, the weather is warming up, so the soil can actually pick up the nutrients now. I also sprayed it with a foliar spray that has micronutrients, something that's often used on citrus. So I think the tree's going to come back, and it'll be bouncing back and doing well. On this side over here, this guy's beginning to come back, and not only is it coming back, but it is getting some flowers now. Now my concern is, am I going to need cross-pollination if this tree on my right side doesn't bounce back at all for some reason, or doesn't flower, or keeps going downhill? I'll have to plant another tree if I notice that I get no pods, because that means that this guy needs the cross-pollination. So that's all I got for you right now. Just would like to say that this particular tree is a champion, because it did endure 33 degrees. It got beat up by the wind, and no protection at all, and it's bouncing back.